everybody, welcome back to another episode of Nerdy Daydreams. Welcome to our home office. We're so glad you're here. And thank you so much for all of your questions. We're here today to answer them, whether you message us on Instagram with a question or you left us a comment on YouTube. We appreciate you. And we also appreciate you for following, for subscribing. We have hit 1,000 subscribers, and that is a milestone that we've been waiting for and dreaming about, and we are just obsessed with each and every one of you, and we appreciate your kindness in the comments, and we're excited to answer your questions and to celebrate with you. We've got some cookies here. I'm gonna get real cheesy like these candles. We're gonna start with that, and then we're gonna get right into your questions.
So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much for tuning in and watching us week after week. It does mean the world to us, and we read all the comments, appreciate each and every one of you, and yeah.
Just know that you're so amazing and loved. Thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for joining us. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for watching. Thank you so much. Thanks. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Nerdy Daydreams.
So you may or may not know this, but Mary is actually a fantastic baker. But to save a bit of time today, we did end up getting these cookies from Sprouts.
Yeah, I didn't bake these. It would have been nice, but maybe when we hit 10,000, I'll bake something.
Yeah. See if we can smuggle a cake into the park or something.
Yeah, that would be fun to bring cake into Disneyland. Has anyone ever done that?
Yeah. Is there any rules against that?
You probably can't bring in like a full cake, but a slice. I told you these were good. Okay, so I've written down all of your questions on index cards, and I think we'll take turns reading them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you want to go first? I feel like your voice hasn't been.
Okay. Yeah, no, I got the first one. All right. So we're not doing who these are from or anything.
Oh yeah, I feel like I didn't ask everyone, can we say your name? So I just didn't include the names, but please feel free to claim your question in the comments below.
Yeah, please don't feel like we were trying to leave you out intentionally. It was
I just didn't ask. So then I'm like, oh, I probably shouldn't say everyone's names, especially because on Instagram it was more anonymous.
Yeah. We're still learning. We're still learning. All right. Okay. So first one is going to be, what was your motivation for making Disneyland videos?
Oh. Okay. Should we both answer, or just answer together?
I'll start with my reason. And that was just because I was already bringing a pretty nice camera to Disney anyway. With my other job with Dragon Boards, I use these cameras all the time. And usually when I got new gear, Disneyland was where I would take the camera to practice getting the colors right, figuring out all the settings, and yeah, just getting a feel for it before I had to take it on the job, basically. And then I guess that leads on to you already having a channel.
Yeah, because when Simon and I first met, I moved to England to live with him there, and I had created a YouTube channel to document my experience being American and living in England, and that channel was called Brooklyn to Bristol. So I had created that. I put out a bunch of videos as Brooklyn to Bristol, had like one regrettable name change in the middle, and then eventually I stopped putting videos up on that channel. So I took most of them down, but there actually still is one Brooklyn to Bristol video left. But yeah, so I had the channel. Simon is really talented with the camera, as you can tell from watching our videos, and we love going to Disneyland, and we already watched so many Disney YouTube channels, and the more we watched them and the more Simon brought his camera to Disneyland, the more we were like, we could do this and have a lot of fun and be our nerdy selves on the internet. And the same way that we, every morning when we eat breakfast, watch other Disney YouTubers, we thought like, oh, maybe other people would want to just like hang out and chill and watch our videos and learn something or be entertained. So I think that's the answer.
Yeah, it was very organic. It wasn't like a master plan. It was, we were already going to the parks a lot. We were already bringing a camera with us. So
Yeah.
we just put the two and two together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for your question.
All right.
What made you move closer to the theme parks? Was it due to your jobs?
We actually don't live that close to the theme parks. We live close compared to people who live out of state, of course. But we actually live in San Diego. So from Disney, with no traffic, it's about anywhere from an hour and 25 minutes to maybe 2 hours if rush hour is pretty bad. And then for Universal Studios Hollywood, it takes anywhere from 2 hours, 10 minutes to up to 4 hours, I think. It just depends. It just depends what LA traffic is feeling like on any given day.
But we did move closer to the parks because when we first got married, we lived on Long Island in New York. And we decided to move to California because Simon wanted to.
Yeah, that was my idea. Because of all these boards you can see behind me, I just wanted to be in a place where I could do that all year round, basically.
For free in the sun.
In the sun, yeah. No more cold indoor warehouses like back in the UK, or Long Island for that matter.
And I was willing to try it out. We said we would come to California for a year and see what it was like, and now it's been 7 years.
Yeah, and we actually originally wanted to move to LA. That was the goal, and then when we came just for a day trip here on our honeymoon, we just fell in love with San Diego, and yeah. I don't know. That's where we are right now. It's where we're going to be for the foreseeable future, I think.
Yes, and it had nothing to do with our jobs.
No, all the other jobs came afterwards. Which is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh no. It's a good question. I'm just intimidated by it.
Or the internet is not going to let you have a right answer?
Well, all the movies are very good. I enjoy them all. But I have like an unpopular response to this, and I really like the newest trilogy. I really like it. I love Rey. Well, I'll tell you more about characters later, but yeah, I love The Force Awakens. Please still be my friend. You can, yeah. Okay, The Force Awakens. Go. What about you?
So I feel like the answer I'm supposed to say is The Empire Strikes Back, which I do absolutely love. I love all the old, the original trilogy. But I think the one for me that has the most replay value is Rogue One. Because it's still in that part of the timeline, which is obviously very nostalgic for pretty much any Star Wars fan. But it's also got the modern special effects, so I feel like it's kind of like the best of both worlds. And I just feel like if I had to just like put on a Star Wars film now, the easiest one to watch for me would be Rogue One. So, yeah.
I'm down to watch it. Okay, Simon, who is your favorite Star Wars character?
Favorite Star Wars character, Anakin Skywalker.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. Specifically, Clone Wars era Anakin Skywalker. Little Annie's okay, but I do like Clone Wars era Anakin.
Clone Wars Anakin is so sweet and lovable, and yeah, like has his temper, and he had a tough time though. I don't know where I'm going with this. I also love Anakin, but Chewbacca. I love Chewbacca so much. He makes me so happy when I see him in the parks. And also BB-8. I know, I'm cheating. I'm telling you 3 basically. Anakin and Chewbacca and BB-8. Is that allowed?
I think anything goes.
Okay.
Anything goes. Yeah. Similar but different. Who is your favorite Disney character?
Oh, okay. Ariel. And I'm letting myself answer it that fast because I just grew up watching The Little Mermaid over and over. My VHS of The Little Mermaid was quite worn out. So I'm just going to go with Ariel.
Yeah, so this is kind of tough for me. I can't really think of like a Renaissance era Disney film that like I can pick a single character from. So I feel like I watched more Pixar when I was younger. I don't know if I think
That's
that counts.
allowed, yeah.
That counts. Well, in that case, Rex from Toy Story.
That's funny. Why?
Well, I just love dinosaurs to begin with, and I just like the idea that like Rex, the tyrant lizard king, was this nervous, anxious little toy with a heart of gold. I don't know, I just kind of like that.
That's sweet.
Yeah. I know you're not going to like this one because it's
Really?
ever so slightly negative. Ever so slightly negative.
Uh-oh.
But we're going to be real. We're going to be
Hold
real
on.
with you.
That was Percival being upset about it.
Percival's upset about it. Okay, which rides at Disneyland do you dislike enough to think that they should be replaced?
Okay. Well, I feel that people saw my true colors and in our recent video where we made the dual-bladed lightsaber, we went on Pinocchio's daring journey, and I think that could be replaced. I think it could be. Maybe, another cute dark ride for the kids, but Pinocchio's not cute. That ride is really scary. So my answer is going to be Pinocchio, and I know I'm playing it safe, but that's where I like to live my life.
So for me, Pinocchio, as much as it's not even close to one of my favorite rides, but I think it could be salvaged. So I wouldn't pick Pinocchio. I would probably give it a very heavy refurb. That'd be what I'd like to see done to that ride. But
yeah.
Rides, I don't even know why I'm trying to think of it. I know exactly which one.
I know his answer.
Yeah, Autopia. It smells. It's loud.
I'm getting so stressed.
I know it's a lot of people's favorite ride. It doesn't really fit with the theme. I mean, not a lot fits with the theme of Tomorrowland at the moment, but that particularly doesn't fit with the theme of Tomorrowland, is having a gasoline engine.
But they are updating it to have electrics. Some kind of rumor.
Yes, that's the rumor. But
I think that our friend Jar Jar Bougie likes auto.
Autopia.
I can't say it right. I always say Autotopia. We're sorry. I mean, on behalf of me and Simon.
I wouldn't mind it so much if it was like it was when the park first opened. It didn't have the tracks. I understand that with the amount of people going on it now, you kind of need to have the track in the middle. But if it was more like go-karts, let's say, I think I'd be more on board with it because I don't mind go-karts.
It's not my favorite ride either, to be honest. But
yeah.
Okay. Please still like us. Ooh, Simon, what's your favorite theme park?
It's tough. It's really tough.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to have to say Universal. I'm going to have to say Universal Studios Hollywood. Because every time I go there is... I don't know. There's like I get like an emotional feeling about being on a working studio set. When more specifically when you go on the tram tour, I just think that is so unique and special. And the fact that the park is built on the side of the hill, it's just, I don't know, the engineering that must have gone into making that place is kind of insane. I know that on paper, Disneyland is a better theme park, and I would probably recommend that if you could only go to one of the two. But the other, I guess, being such a movie fan, that outweighs it for me, and that's why I love Universal Studios. I also do like the fact that you can just do everything at Universal Studios in one day. Even if the park was at peak capacity, as long as nothing breaks down, you can probably still get on everything, which is really cool.
It is true. You are such a movie person, and outside of Star Wars, Simon's favorite movies are the Jurassic Park films and whoa, just fell out of my brain. What's the other one that's at Universal that you love? Transformers.
I mean, Super Nintendo World. I mean, I play a lot of video games as well. So I grew up on The Simpsons. That's there. King Kong, even though it's part of the tram tour, that's there, and I don't know, it's just, yeah, I would, does that place have any of my favorite, has my favorite land? No, but I guess just the whole package is what makes it my favorite theme park.
Well, my answer is Disneyland. No explanation needed.
It's the happiest place on earth.
Duh.
What is your dream international park that you haven't been to?
Oh, I think like the Tokyo Disneyland parks.
Disney Sea?
Maybe.
There's Disney Sea and there's Tokyo Disneyland.
Can I take them both?
Yeah, of course.
Tokyo. What about you?
It's going to be Universal Studios again, but it's going
Because
to...
you wanted to go on the Jurassic
Yeah,
World
it's going to...
ride.
It's, I think it's Beijing. They've just got a fantastic new Jurassic World ride that's not a river ride like the one in Hollywood. It's more of a vehicle similar to the Transformers ride, but it's not 3D. And there's lots of animatronics in there. And if you want spoilers, you should probably just Google that ride. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We watched all the spoiler videos of rides, partially because I'm too nervous to go on them without knowing what's going to happen, but also just because we're curious.
Yeah.
Okay, back to me.
Back to you.
Oh, good, because you need to answer this one. Did you see what it was?
I did. I had a quick glance.
Okay, this is just like full credit to Simon for being so technologically savvy. What camera and mic do you use?
So, full transparency, I've got a lot of cameras at the moment, probably way more than I need. But the one that I use the most, and the one that's filming this video right now, it's a Sony A7C II, and the lens that we've got on here is a 16-35 f4 power zoom lens. I've just found this to be the sweet spot in terms of image quality and weight, and it's just easy to pick up and shoot. There's not much fussing around with it. I do have a bunch of other cameras that I use for different rides. Sometimes I'll bring out the Insta360 X4 for some 360 shots, and then maybe I will bring out the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 if I want to get some gimbal shots, but I don't want to take the big camera on the ride with me. Yeah.
And mic.
And the mic, yeah. So the mic I use is, see if I get the model number right, it is the Sony ECM M1, I believe. Before that, if you watch the previous videos, ECM B1M, but now it's ECM M1. And the reason we use that mic is just because it records both the front and the back audio on separate channels.
Okay, I can be nerdy about that because while Simon takes 99% of the video, I do all the editing. So I do really appreciate the new mic because now when Simon's filming me and he talks to me or asks me a question or I ask him one, you might notice in our videos how Simon will sound really clear, and that's because I'm able to choose which angle I want the mic sound to be coming from for that particular clip. It's pretty cool.
So if I sound muffled, it's because she
I
muted me on purpose.
I'm like, that part's not important. I won't make that really clear. But if it's like something important, then I will make sure it sounds clear.
Yep.
And then these mics.
Oh, these things, yeah.
We don't use them that often, but they're really cool. What are they?
So these are the Hollyland Lark M2s. These are, I think, probably one of the smallest lav mics you can get right now. Main reason I got these is because they don't weigh down your shirt when you've just got a magnet on the other side. But the downside to them is that they don't have internal recording. So if this file, for whatever reason, didn't pick up the audio, that would be it.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure the next iteration of these will have internal recording. I think when these came out, they would just focus on getting them as small as possible.
I really like it. When we recorded our lightsaber videos from home, you'll see that I'm wearing it and it's super comfortable.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and that's our nerdy camera gear. Feel free to ask more questions in the comments below and I will ask Simon for the answer.
What is your favorite Harry Potter movie?
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, because it's the best. It's so good. Time travel, the best director, great age, good storyline. No one really important dies, as far as I can remember. What about you?
For me, it's probably...
Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, you would have guessed wrong.
Really?
Yeah, I think overall it's probably Chamber of Secrets.
This is totally brand new. He's never said this before in the history of our relationship. It's always been Goblet of Fire.
Well, we've watched it a lot more in recent years, and I feel like Chamber of Secrets it still has the nostalgia of like the first couple of films.
Oh, Chris Columbus era.
Yeah, that feel more like, you know, kids' films versus the later ones, which got a bit darker. But I don't know, I like the basilisk. I like the idea of a secret room in a place that like people think they know like the back of their hand, but it's under their noses the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Yeah. And their haircuts hadn't got uncomfortable yet.
That's Goblet of Fire.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Excellent choice. Excellent choice.
Okay.
It says, what house is the Sorting Hat putting you in? Answer for each other.
Oh, well, we know. Yeah, we know this. We're both Hufflepuffs.
So we are both Hufflepuffs, but if I didn't know, I would admit to you that Simon has like a little bit of Slytherin in him. He's a Scorpio. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like some Slytherin family history or something, but he's Hufflepuff.
And I would have said probably, because I guess when that question was first asked at the beginning of our relationship, I didn't really know much about Hufflepuff. Because it's not really talked about as much in the films.
Right.
So I would have probably pegged you as a Ravenclaw.
Yeah, I would have sorted myself into Ravenclaw just because I'm a nerd who loves reading and gets good grades.
Yeah.
Not that I'm in school right now, but if I was in school, I would be getting good grades.
What kind of music do you guys listen to?
Ooh, okay. I listen to a bunch of different music. My favorite band of all time, which there's a couple posters behind us from, is New Found Glory, pop punk band. I definitely grew up listening to pop punk and ska and things like that, which have stuck with me. But I also have become a huge Taylor Swift fan. Like, oh my God, Taylor Swift is so awesome. And Simon and I went to see her in 2023, and it was such a good time. But I still I'm going to see New Found Glory in the fall. I've seen them like 20 times at least, so they're my go-to. So pop punk, pop, etc.
And I just want to say that if there's anyone out there who's not a huge Taylor Swift fan, but somehow finds the opportunity to go, I would take that opportunity, because I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan. I don't mind some of her songs, but like seeing her live was incredible. And yeah, I'm really glad we got to do that together. It was really cool. So for me, like the main genre I listen to is metal. Anything from like just old school heavy metal to more modern death metal, and anything in between. I like stuff that's got like nerdy themes. Listen to a lot of Dragon Force. They sing about Zelda and
Dragon Force is actually so fun. We went to see them live also, and they were the best.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, they were really cool, and anything with a fast tempo is pretty good for me. But I did dabble with 90s hip hop when I was younger as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, how did you meet? A couple people, I want to say like 3 people asked us this question, and we do have a video that we made probably like 9 years ago. That's the only Brooklyn to Bristol video that's left on this channel, and I'll link it below. You should watch it. It's a little cringe, but it's like funny to see baby us. But we can still tell you how we met.
Yeah. So I was in Colorado at the time. Can you tell me what year it was? I can't even think now.
It was
2014?
2014.
14?
Yeah, because we met in 2015 and then we got married in 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2014. 2014, I was in Denver, Colorado, and on a skate trip, and I ended up going to a restaurant and buying a cookie. And this was when Instagram was still in its infancy. There was no videos on there. There was no direct messages. You could, people were still adding filters. Yeah. Like filters were a big thing. You added filters and you hashtag stuff. Mm-hmm. So I took a picture of a cookie and I hashtagged vegan because it was a vegan cookie, and that was the first time I'd really had anything that similar to classic junk food, I guess. I've been eating pretty healthy for most of the time that I had been vegan. And yeah, I was just very excited to try something that was indulgent like that. So yeah, I hashtagged it, and then this one found me, and I guess I'll hand it over to you about what you were thinking about when you saw that cookie.
At the time I was living in New York City, I was working at a vegan bakery, and I used to just like search the vegan hashtag for ideas. And the cookie picture that Simon took was really bad. And I'm surprised that, no offense, but I'm surprised that I even tapped on it, but I did. And then I went to his I thought his like caption was funny. And then I went to his profile and I was like, oh, pretty cute. And a skater. So I followed him. I commented and followed him. And then long story short, because you should watch the video, it's really cute. But long story short is it took us a while to actually have a conversation. But when we did, it happened on Facebook. And then we started FaceTiming, which was Skyping and FaceTiming. And then eventually we fell in love on the internet. And although Simon was in Colorado, he lived in England at the time. So he was like back in England, and he flew out to meet me and then flew back and forth for a while before we lived together.
Yeah, that's his history.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
What's your favorite spot to eat after a day at Disney?
So if we do go to eat somewhere after Disney, we usually stop by I'm spacing on the name. Nice Burger. Nice Burger, yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's like the name sounds, it's a very nice burger.
It's a nice burger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is our go-to spot. But I also want to shout out Hug Life ice cream, which is super close to Disneyland, like a 7-minute drive or something like that. I might be exaggerating. I'll put that right here if I'm wrong. But it's super close to Disneyland, and they have so many good ice cream flavors. And like, even if you get one scoop, it's like the biggest scoop of your life. And we love Salt and Straw, and we love like the ice cream that's at Disneyland. But sometimes we're like, no, let's go support Hug Life. And
Yeah,
go there after.
yeah. Hug Life, they've got a really good brownie a la mode. What is your favorite snack?
Oh. When I read this question, I wasn't sure if it was at Disneyland or like outside and at home. So at home, my favorite snack is popcorn, and I'm so weird because I will just pop popcorn that has nothing on it. We like buy plain popcorn, and then I will eat it with nothing on it. Very weird. But in Disneyland, my favorite snack is maybe also popcorn.
I was going to say it's popcorn as well, isn't it?
It's popcorn. But like, it comes delicious there. So popcorn is still my answer at the end. What about you?
So I think at home, chocolate is probably my main snack. I will demolish a full bar of dark chocolate, no problem.
Like, full.
Yeah. In the parks, I don't find myself snacking that often. We usually end up getting full meals.
Yeah.
But if I'm trying to think, if it was like a walk around item, probably the Mickey pretzel, or the sundae from Ghirardelli.
Oh yeah, he loves that.
I know it's not really a snack; that's more of a full meal in itself. But
no, it's ice cream as a snack.
Okay.
It's a dessert.
All right. Well, that's my final answer. And the Ghirardelli fudge sundae.
I love it. What is your go-to meal at Disneyland and then at DCA?
Oh, okay. So my go-to meal. This is going to be a weird one that probably no one would have ever guessed. It's going to be. It's in Alien Pizza Planet in Tomorrowland. Mm-hmm. I can't even remember what the dish is called, but it's the noodle dish. Are they ginger sesame noodles or?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
We have to look that up. But so basically, it's a big bowl of Asian style noodles in an Italian restaurant with a bunch of stir fried vegetables. And I don't know, I feel like the price is really reasonable.
Oh, you were right. Sesame ginger vegetable noodles. Is that what you said?
Yeah, sesame ginger. Yeah, okay. So I do know what I'm talking about a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, you got it.
But yeah, it's a big bowl of pasta and vegetables. I just feel like I always feel full, but not like disgusting
Gross.
after. Yeah. I feel energized after it.
And it's actually really good. That was like when we first heard that was there, I was like, why is that at Alien Pizza Planet? It doesn't like fit the theme, doesn't fit the menu, but it's actually really good. And my hot tip, even though this is Simon's answer, I'm just jumping in as I do. My hot tip is to get a packet of the crushed red pepper, put that on top. Really good.
Yeah, and also it's because, you know, I'm sure most of you know Alien Pizza Planet's not really the most popular place in Disneyland these days, so it's always nice. We're always able to find a seat in there,
Yeah.
and kind of like take refuge from a busy park.
Yeah, get some AC.
Yeah.
What about DCA?
My go-to at DCA is probably the Impossible Shawarma
Oh.
at Shawarma Palace. That's what it's called, right? The
Yeah.
little shawarma carts that are in Avengers Campus. I think that's probably the thing I've had most consistently at DCA.
It's like so easy too because you just walk up and it's already sitting there ready for you. So that's a good answer.
Yeah, no prep time. It's just there. It's only in the mornings until 10:30 or 11.
Oh, you're talking about breakfast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they do. Yeah, they do there's the You're thinking the other one's
falafel.
the Victory falafel. That's there.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
there as well. But I find myself eating the breakfast version.
I was gonna
More.
say we hardly ever get the falafel. I wonder why Simon's answering this.
No, we get the breakfast.
We get the breakfast
yeah,
one all the time.
we've got the videos to prove it.
It's so good. Yeah. Okay. Great answer. My go-to meal at Disneyland, you know the answer, is a Ronto-less garden wrap. It is so good. I would have it every day for the rest of my life and not get bored. Like, it's amazing. If you haven't tried it yet, you've got to go get it. Ronto-less garden wrap, 5 out of 5 BB-8s. Yeah. And my go-to meal at DCA, honestly, also probably is that breakfast shawarma at the Shawarma Palace. But recently, we've really liked the pasta over at Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta and Pizza. Over there, they have, you can just like, again, walk right in and someone is like, here you go, and it's just ready. It's so easy. Yeah, we've gotten that a couple times recently.
And same tip with the red peppers on that one as well, right?
Put some red pepper flakes
Yeah.
on it. If you like spice, I like spice. Okay, your turn. Only 2 left. Oh my God.
I think this might be from one of our chef friends. What's a dish or meal that you would love to see, and in which part of the park?
It is from one of our chef friends. Okay. I want to have like a really amazing Disney themed answer for you, but my brain feels empty. Thinking about Star Wars, maybe. Thinking about, I have no idea. What's your answer?
So for me, like any kind of plant-based chicken sandwich.
Oh.
And only because we're very lucky that there's a lot of plant-based options for us at the parks, but they do all tend to revolve around Impossible, which does have, they do have like a chicken product, an Impossible chicken product, but they tend to do more of the beef style.
That's so true.
Yeah, they've done the nuggets a few times, but they've been very over seasoned and very salty because they've been trying to go for a very like specific flavor with them. But like I've never seen like just a regular like a buffalo chicken sandwich done plant-based style there.
Ooh, that would be good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just a bit of variety really. Like I appreciate that they've got the meat alternative options. I appreciate that they've got the ones that are just like veggie heavy, like the pasta and stir fry that I was talking about earlier. But I think they could just diversify and get a few different kinds of plant-based meat alternatives.
Dang, that's such a good answer. Makes me want to think of something better. I would love just like a really delicious vegan pizza. I know that at Alien Pizza Planet you can request an allergy-free pizza, which is like gluten-free and dairy-free, but it looks like, doesn't look as gourmet as we could get. So yeah, I would love to just be able to get like a delicious slice of pizza that happens to be plant-based at Disneyland. But it's not really themed of me, I'm just saying that.
Yeah, if I was theming mine, I would have it as a as a porgless
Yeah.
sandwich.
Oh my god.
Or like, if you've, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have seen the new trilogy, Chewie's Awakening.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Chewie's Awakening porgless sandwich.
Yeah. I love it. Good answer.
Patent pending.
Okay, last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last one. Oh, what's your favorite vegan item you've ever had at a park?
Ever? Oh, okay. Well, I almost answered this earlier. It was the
A baked potato.
It was the baked potato that was at Paradise Garden Grill. It had like plant-based steak tips and like a creamy cheese sauce. It was good, and they didn't bring in the small potatoes either. They brought in
Huge.
Yeah.
And there were beans on it too.
Oh yeah, there were beans on it, and it just felt like such a full meal.
I think we have a video of that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put it here.
Yeah, that's something I wish would come back and just stay on the permanent menu, because I
Same.
can't imagine it being it doesn't seem too seasonal. You know, like you can get potatoes all year round. So
Heck
come on.
yeah, Disney, bring it back.
Bring back the baked potato.
And never ever get rid of the Rontoless garden wrap ever, because that's my favorite, and that's also my answer. Yeah, sorry if it ended up being a lot about food. We did end up getting a lot of food questions, and they were so fun to answer. And with those questions, or any of the questions, please put follow-up questions in the comments. Ask us questions you didn't get a chance to ask before the deadline, and know that we're always happy to chat with you in the comments. In fact, like, that's part of what makes YouTube fun for us. So thanks for proving us right that making YouTube videos would be a fun time, because it's more fun because of you.
100%. 100%.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. If you're randomly watching this and not a subscriber, please subscribe, and we'll catch you next time back at Disneyland. Bye, everybody. Yeah.
Give me all the cookie.
It's a good cookie, isn't it?
Should we do it again and I'll press record this time?
Ha ha ha.